Hello, and welcome to episode 5 of the Bowhunting AZ podcast. In this episode, I talk with Adam Long. Adam heads the Healing Warriors program out at Wind River Ranch in Estes Park, Colorado. Adam himself was an attendee of the Healing Warriors program at Wind River Ranch. Adam served our nation in both the Navy and the Air Force, and we give him a heartfelt thank you for his service to our country. A South Dakota boy by origin, Adam talks both hunting and healing with us. Let's jump on into the episode.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 5 of the Bowhunting AZ podcast. I want to thank you for joining us today. We're out here in Colorado at the Wind River Ranch, and I'm here with Adam Long of the Healing Warriors, and he is going to talk a little bit with us today about some of his involvement here at Wind River. And also he's an avid hunter as well, and he's going to talk with us about his hunting journey also. So thank you, Adam, for joining. I appreciate
absolutely.
it. Yeah, we're glad to have you here today. So give us a little bit of intro about yourself. You're from South Dakota originally, right?
Yes, I'm from South Dakota. Kind of moved around the country and around the world with the military, and then just recently retired back in South Dakota. So I actually work for the ranch, and I work primarily from there, and come down here whenever I'm lucky enough to get the mountains.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service. What branch did you serve in?
I served in the Navy, and then I retired out of the Air Force.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. How long have you been involved here at Wind River?
So I've been at Wind River for 5 years.
Okay.
And I started off as coming as a recipient, and directly after that I started volunteering, and have slowly kind of worked my way into a staff position.
Yeah.
And it's been a blast.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Let's talk about your hunting journey a little bit. When did you start hunting?
So I started hunting when I was 12. Lived in South Dakota, and started bird hunting, and just kind of started on the small end, and actually never did any large game until I became an adult. Everything was just kind of upland bird and waterfowl.
Okay. Do you hunt bigger game now?
I do.
Okay. Are you a bow guy or rifle guy, or just whatever kind of?
I do a mixture of both, but I'd say probably 75% bow.
Okay.
Just
awesome.
kind of depending on, I guess, what trips present themselves or what tags present themselves.
Yeah.
I feel like most years bow tags are easier to get, and I do prefer it. So
I'm not super familiar with South Dakota and their game and fish and all that. Is there a lot of over-the-counter opportunities available there?
There's not. No.
It's a lot of draw.
Yeah, it is. It's all pretty much draw.
Okay.
On the archery side, that's why a lot of people get into it, because you're guaranteed a tag.
Yeah.
You're going to put in, you're going to get it, and you're going to get to hunt where you want. So,
nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How often are you able to hunt? Is it a yearly thing for you, or?
I hunt quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that's a big part of my all my leave days, vacation days.
Yeah.
And fortunately, living in South Dakota, I get to hunt pretty much in my backyard.
Nice.
And so even if I only have a couple hours, it's something I get to go out. So during hunting season, I would say at least 2-3 times a week.
Okay, perfect. And is there a lot of private land there, public land available? Do you have to get permission? How does that work?
Wide range in South Dakota.
Okay.
But there's a lot of public land there,
Good.
which is super nice.
Yeah. That's how Arizona is too.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
it's been a blast to have that. And
Yep.
I hear stories, especially around here, from all these vets, and they talk about how hard it is, and we can't get tags, and we can't hunt, and I'm like, man. And on the other side of it too is, it's like anywhere. It's relationship building for the private land.
Yeah.
And you build that private land relationship, and you don't do them wrong, and they're going to do you right too. So it's worked out.
Awesome. What is a typical hunt for you? How long are you looking at? How many miles are you hiking, or how often?
It's kind of interesting. I was injured in the military, so for me, I had a bad leg injury, so I was wheelchair bound for a period of time, and there was just a lot of transition there. So my hunting's kind of went from a lot of walking to no walking to back into walking, and but a lot of my hunts tend to be that 2-day type hunt, where not gone from my young kids too long, but getting out to get something, fill the freezer, hopefully, But I always try at least once a year to get a 7 to 10 day trip in somewhere.
Okay.
Do something a little bigger.
Yeah. And you've got kids. How old are they? And are you getting them involved at all?
So I've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Okay. So not yet.
My son, who's 3, his first word was deer.
Nice.
Very proud dad moment. And I will actually say that was actually at the ranch that first word came.
Oh, that's
to.
awesome.
And so again, with the deer and the turkey and the geese and everything in my back, just literally behind my house.
Oh yeah.
That's what he sees.
Yeah.
he's got his 4-wheeler and his binoculars, and
Nice.
that's what he does.
Nice. Got to give him a bow soon too, right?
That's it.
Do you have any preferred game that you like to?
I love to whitetail hunt.
Okay.
And that would be, I guess, that's the easiest opportunity for me also.
Sure.
Elk, very difficult in South Dakota.
Yeah.
And so whitetail hunt it's there, it's present. I can do it. And I just love it.
Yeah.
I love to just, get out there and they're tough.
Yeah.
It's not an easy hunt.
Sure.
They're fun to go for.
That'd be fun. I really want to try that out more. We have a version of whitetail out in Arizona called coos deer.
Sure.
And they're a lot smaller than your average whitetail, maybe 120 pounds on the hoof. And
you bet.
Definitely, I've got a brother in South Michigan, so I'd like to get out there and try some whitetail hunting.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's trying to get me out all the time. Do you do any turkey hunting?
I do.
Yeah. How do you?
Spring and fall.
Do you enjoy that a lot?
I love it.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed it. That was one that I kind of started when I was young too.
Okay.
And
I've heard a lot of people say that. That was like kind of an intro into their hunting career or realm or whatever you want to call it.
It was, and I, when I started with shotgun, and then. It's slowly evolved, and now into archery and trying the guillotine and just trying different things to make it a little more fun and a little more challenging.
Keeps you sharp too, and then whenever you're not after big game or anything like
Absolutely.
that. Do you have a dream hunt?
So I went on my dream hunt last year.
Oh, nice.
And
let's hear about it.
So I went up into northern Canada on a moose hunt.
Yep.
And I was not successful.
Okay.
We just didn't have any luck.
Sure.
Tough hunts. And
it's hard, yeah.
Yeah, tough hunts. So so that was amazing, and I feel almost fulfilled, even though I didn't didn't get the kill.
Yeah.
And so now it's an elk hunt. I mean, that's I'm around here all the time, and
you see him walking down the street
all the time. So one day I believe God's going to present that shiny tag and be able to fill the freezer with a Colorado elk.
Absolutely. What advice would you give to newer hunters who are just getting started?
Be patient. Don't spend too much. You don't have to have the nicest stuff. I mean, I feel like some of the stuff that I've been able to do, you don't have to do that. I feel like so many people, it holds them back.
Yeah.
Because they want everything, or they need it, and it take time to get that stuff. It's taken me a lot of years to get everything, and then build relationships. Find that person that wants to teach you.
Yeah.
Find that person, that mentor, that hunting mentor, that person that's a positive role model to go out with. So that way it's not just a hunt.
Yeah.
It could be something more than a hunt, and you could build that relationship. So, more than anything for me, it's that time to be still.
Yeah.
It's you'll be a more successful hunter. And you're going to be a more successful person. You're getting a win-win.
Yeah. In episode 3, my buddy Mitch and I talked about how often we'll reflect and think while you're out there, whether you're hiking after something or just sitting in a blind. It's like the thoughts and everything that goes through your mind. Like there's so much that gets solved out there, or at least gets you get to a better place, or in terms with certain things. If there's just stuff going on in your life or whatever it is, it's a great time to reflect. What does hunting and conservation mean to you?
Getting in the outdoors.
Yep.
And treating God's creation the way it was meant to be treated. Just utilizing the game to feed our family, utilizing nature to feed our soul. And I think that's the biggest thing, and that's where I say with that moose hunt was I feel fulfilled. I went and I didn't fill the freezer, but man, my heart came back full. I was with great people. I mean, it was just a lot of positive things, and so to be able to have the opportunity and the freedom to hunt in our states and to be able to do these trips, and it's a blessing. And we got to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And that is some of the greatest things, is like just to reiterate what you said, you go out there and you don't always get something, you don't always come home with anything, but you come back and you still feel rejuvenated.
Absolutely.
And you're like, man, I just at least got outside. I saw the sunrise this morning. I did see some other wildlife, and it was a good time, and you feel better when you come back, no doubt. How do you feel hunting ties in with your Christian faith?
I would say 2 different ways. As individually, it's the fact that it selfishly creates time to be still. It's selfish. I love to hunt, so I want to take that time, which in other times I don't always take the time to do that. So for me to be able to kind of get 2 birds with 1 stone, I get to go out, be still, and sit in that tree stand, sit in that blind, and like you said, just reflect and take in life. Just being intentional about the colors and the smells and just everything, and being intentional about that really cold weather that I have. There's a lot of parts of that, but so I would say that was the individual side. But the other side is, and I've watched a lot of people come to Christ. I've watched a lot of people. I've just watched a lot of amazing things happen. When you're in a group. I mean, I've gone out on bird hunts with veterans and, with just with friends, and you're out in the field and you're busy and you're doing that, but it's that time that after when you're sitting down and you're having dinner and you're talking and sitting around a campfire or, whatever it be. And I have watched so many people's lives just be changed to be around positive people, and it's a positive place to be with positive people.
Oh, absolutely. The bonds just between fellow hunters, and also just the bond being out there and seeing, what's the word, the flora and fauna, and just seeing God's creation. Like, there's no way to really be out there and not see his handiwork. And
you got your eyes closed and your ears plugged if you do.
And being a believer already, you and I, we acknowledge that already, but man, I have friends that come out there with me, and they're like, they start to ponder, and you can see those wheels start to turn, and they're like, man, there's something more to this than just, happenstance. And you see that that knowledge start to form in their mind that there is somebody out there that, does care for them and has created all this. It's a great thing.
I've healed more in nature than I've healed in the hospital.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So tell the listeners a little bit about your involvement here at the ranch. You're with Healing Warriors.
Correct.
And so you deal specifically with veterans. It is, I believe, 2 weeks at the beginning of the season and the end of the season. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
And so at the season here at the ranch. And so veterans come out here, they get to spend time out at the ranch to heal. And then I'll let you take it from there and kind of tell us what happens.
So I'm the Healing Warriors coordinator. Healing Warriors and Wind River Ranch are the same entity.
Okay.
We have a different title to where we can market easier and people understand who we're going to help.
Yeah.
So we do help any disabled veterans that are post 9/11, and then we also do police, fire, EMS, any first responders.
Okay.
And so what our hope is, and what we pray for, is that we can bring these families in who have, and there's some form of distress. It could be mental, it could be physical, it could be a mixture of both, and not only for the veteran or the emergency personnel, for their families, because they go through all of this with us.
Sure.
And the process isn't easy. The process of getting out of the military, being injured, all these things. There's so many moving parts and so much stuff going on. And for me, I slowly saw a lot of programs that were good, but they were always missing something. And there was something that I just knew, and I would go to these things trying to heal myself and my wife, but there was something missing. And it was either it was just for me and it might be faith-based, or it was maybe just for me and my wife. But the thing that we really try to focus and emphasize on here is it's for the veteran or the emergency personnel person, it's for the family, and it's Christ-centered.
Amen.
So those three things together, that's the concoction for healing, I believe. Yeah. And we're here.
Sure.
We've got lungs. We've got this place. So for us, that's the thing that when we fundraise and when we talk to veterans and we talk to people, those are the three things we're never going to go off of.
Right.
Those are the things that we know that it takes the person that was injured, it takes the family, and it takes Christ. Yeah. And if we drop any one of those, then we have a missing component.
Yeah.
And again, there's other great organizations that are serving individuals, but for us, we see the big picture of the family and Christ-centered, and that's where we're going to go with it.
And I've been fortunate enough to witness. Specifically, what comes to mind is the family nights, and that I believe that town hall right there.
Yes.
And the worship and everything that goes on with the families and stuff, and the healing. It's pretty often you see grown men on their knees in tears, and it's a very powerful healing that goes on here, no doubt. Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely. How long ago, remind me, did you start again with the?
So I've been out here for 5 years now.
Okay. And then. What would you like to say to any veterans or anybody that is struggling that may be listening that may be looking for that healing? What message would you like to give to them?
We're warriors. God, that's a God-given gift. The government gave us the title of veteran, but we're warriors, and that doesn't go away. It's important that we learn how to continue that service to this country. The hardest part for people is when they get out, and oftentimes the people that we get didn't get out on their own terms, and to come here to find that brother or sisterhood again, to join a family that cares, that will pray for you, that will love on you, will do whatever it takes to make your transition better. It's just the side of not doing it alone. We've had families come who wear Bibles out every year, and we've had families come that have never touched a Bible, and we want them all. Yeah. We want to be able to bring these families in, and we just want to give them a week of just quietness, stillness, pureness, and offer them Christ, offer them healing, and that's what we're going to do. We do 4 weeks. We do 4 weeks a year for the veterans, and then we do multiple families throughout the year for first responders. And we would love to be in touch with anyone who falls into any of those categories and help them out.
Absolutely. And I've got your card and your contact information, but just for the people watching or the people listening, how can they get in contact with you if they're interested in reaching out, looking for help, or just looking to get in touch with you about
Absolutely, anything? Yeah. So you can call or you can email, probably the easiest way.
Okay.
Adam@windriverranch.com.
Okay.
And that would by far be the easiest way. Send me a message. I'll reach back out to you. And if nothing else, I mean, we have such a network too across the country. A lot of times we'll have a family come in and we say, hey, it maybe isn't even a veteran family, it may be a family from one of our regular weeks, but we've got people from all over, and just being able to plug them into a family has been just a breath of fresh air for a lot of these people.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, that is Adam@windriverranch.com. Thank you so much, Adam, for your time today. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you again for your service.
You bet. Thank you.
And so guys, reach out to him if you're looking for to get in touch with him about his project, Healing Warriors. And if you'd like to come out and stay here at the ranch, he can help you with that. If you're looking to maybe just talk to him more about hunting too, I'm sure he'd be happy to talk with you about that as well.
Too.
Yeah. So wish you luck, man, on that the pursuit of your elk.
Yeah.
And let me know too when that happens. I'd like to hear about it, and maybe we can get in touch and do a Skype interview or something like that about your hunt.
You bet.
So all right, guys, thank you again for watching Bowhunting AZ podcast, episode 5, and have a good one. We'll talk to you later. See ya.
Thank you for joining us today. I think we can all agree there's a great thing going on out at Wind River Ranch. If you would like to donate to Wind River Ranch and help sponsor a Healing Warrior attendee, visit the Wind River Ranch website at www.windriverranch.com. If you would like to reach out to Adam, you can do so via email, adam@windriverranch.com. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Bowhunting AZ. Thank you again for your time. God bless you, and we'll see you in the next episode.